Okay. I don't know why that keeps happening during my streams, but it does. I got disconnected. Again. I don't know why. It happens. I don't know why. I know I'm not doing anything wrong. Just something weird. Alright. Oh. Wait, what did it? Almost done. Almost. There's still a few things. Oh, we're getting there. Ow, my back. I'm okay. Someone just followed me on Twitter and I didn't even realize it. go. Yeah. Wait. I forgot something. There we go. That, everybody, is the official design for the Megasoft Cloud Sleep Time computer system. I know it looks a little primitive, and it kind of looks military-ish because of the sort of greenish-gray color, but hey, it's a retro aesthetic, alright? But yeah, so that's actually what it looks like. So you have the power button, you have the connection port for the headband whenever you want to have it connected. You can also get a wireless, or not wireless, but so the system itself comes with a power cable, a network cable that connects to a modem or something, and it also comes with a detachable cable that connects to the headband that comes with the system that allows you to use the system. But I did say that I had one last thing. So yeah. there we go. There we go. And now, ladies and gents and non-binaries, how about I start talking about PlayStation Home again, because I apparently have an obsession with it. Yeah, so I have a few things that I would like to add to this little wish list I made for a theoretical return of PlayStation Home. Now, you're probably thinking, well, wait, haven't you already made wish lists for it? Yeah, but there's some other things that I've thought of over the past few months. And let me begin with something that I actually came up with just today, and it was actually inspired by GTA Online. So, you know how in GTA Online you can actually save out... Fits? Anyway, so in GTA Online you can actually save your outfits. So take for instance, you want to make a custom outfit for your character in GTA Online, and you already have everything organized, like your shirt, your shoes, and everything like that, and you save it as an outfit, and you can even rename it. What I was thinking is PlayStation Home could have a similar feature, and I would like to bring this up real quick. So, there was a really cool feature where, excuse me, you would have an inventory system that you could have with you, where, basically what would happen is, you would be either in a personal or public space, and if you're in a public space, you could have an active item. So, like, for example, a companion, or even like a placeable object, like the popular bubble blower that many people may remember. But what they could do for that inventory system to enhance it is you could have a saved outfit that, what you could do is, when you're all done dressing up your avatar with various articles of clothing and whatnot, you could save the outfit by pressing like the square button or something, and it would let you rename it to something, as long as it doesn't have any vulgarities in it, so you can't call it the fuck guy or something like that. You could call it like McSwagger, or like Cool Dude 9000 or something like that. But you could rename those outfits, and after you've saved that outfit, what you could do while you're anywhere in PlayStation Home is you could open up that inventory menu and press the R1 or L1 buttons, or basically either one of those buttons, to scroll through the various tabs of the inventory menu until you get to outfits. And from there, you could choose which outfit you want to wear, like a custom outfit. And as I said before, it's inspired by this game. So, yeah. Another thing, and I actually talked about PlayStation Stars a fair while back, and how Sony can incorporate parts of that into PlayStation Home. And how I mean that is, well, yeah. So, have to say, dude, people, I love this. So, for those who don't know, PlayStation Stars is a almost said royalty. Loyalty program, not royalty. We're not talking about royal families. We were talking about my nose getting all itchy. Anyway, so PlayStation Stars, pardon me raising my vocal cords like that. It is a loyalty program that allows you to get, as it says here, digital collectibles. Why is this important? It's because of the fact that, according to the Washington Post, which is where Grace Chen of PlayStation actually talked to them about this program, she specifically stated that PlayStation Stars' digital collectibles, I know I probably mispronounced stars wrong for plural, the digital collectibles, it essentially is a 3D digital object that represents a piece of PlayStation history, whether it be a 3D model of a character like Ratchet and Clank, or, you know, Jak and Daxter, or Cole from Infamous, or maybe like one of the ships from the Wipeout Racing series games. I say racing series because I want to differentiate between the game show and the video game. But the reason why I bring this up is because in a presentation for PlayStation Home that was first shown in 2007, which was actually the year that PlayStation Home was poised to come out, but it got delayed due to development issues that they had to work through. I think they actually had to reboot the project or something like that. But essentially, one of the concepts for PlayStation Home that they showed off was a special space called Hall of Fame. Now, the Hall of Fame was a room that was planned to be a location where players can show off their milestones that they've achieved in games. So, for example, you could have, like, statues and trophies depending on what you've done in a certain game. So, for example, and I'm talking right now in the sense of PlayStation Home actually being back. Say, for example, Home does come back and you play a PS5 game, you get a trophy, even a platinum, and you get some digital collectibles. What you can do is you could sort everything to where you can customize what you want shown off, which is what I believe that they were going for that Hall of Fame, which never actually came to fruition. But here's the thing. PlayStation Stars is the evidence that PlayStation Home is coming back. I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm not saying that to instill false hope. If you want any proof that PlayStation Home is making a return, PlayStation Stars is the answer. Now you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, how do you know? Alongside the digital collectibles, they also said that the points that you earn can be used to get certain rewards, like a discount or even PlayStation credit. The reason why I bring this up is you could also use those points to get a digital item for PlayStation Home, like a clothing item or maybe an ornament item for your personal space or anything like that. But the reason why I'm so amused at seeing all these things is because people actually understand why this goes hand in hand with a possible return of this. Because if you think about it, PlayStation Stars is poised to come out later this year. Most likely September at the earliest. Or maybe even this month. But the digital collectibles thing is exactly the proof that people need that home is making a return. Anyway, let's read onward. PlayStation Stars is the precursor to the new release of PlayStation Home and the penny drops. Oh, I forgot to say, AHA! And simultaneously, my vocal cords and everyone's eardrums in a 5-mile radius just blew out. Sony renewed the trademark for the PS3 era social space, PlayStation Home. Yeah, so I like how they say reportedly submit. Oh, wait. They're talking about last year. So, yeah. I don't think it's going to be for a... okay, so there have been rumors that if Home does come back, it'll be PSVR. Hopefully it's not PSVR 2 exclusive. Also... oh, fuck, I just realized. I'm on one of those websites. I didn't realize that this website was an NFT crap thing. But what I'm trying to say is... PlayStation Stars is definitive proof that PlayStation Home is coming back. Now, many people think that it will be in VR. And while VR does sound pretty cool for PlayStation Home, what I'm hoping is that it's not going to be exclusive to VR. What I'm hoping is that they'll have certain features that can use VR, but it's not required. And, oh, look at that. That's me. But look at this. If you need any further proof, look at this. This right here. This right here. The trophy room that was promised in PlayStation Home. They couldn't do that because of limitations. But on PS5, I'm pointing at my PS5 right now in case you're curious. On the PS5, all of those limitations that we had to deal with back then, gone, erased, eliminated. That only means one thing, folks. This new version of PlayStation Home is going to be the ultimate social experience. Free to play. Hey, Cozy. Oh. Man. I like how everyone. So, I'm looking at this post that was from a few weeks ago about PlayStation Stars. Um, but basically, I earlier in the stream I was building a Lego project. Um, but now I'm talking about PlayStation Home, and I I've also made a wish list in my mind. One of the things that I talked about earlier is custom outfits, which by the way is this is a feature that's inspired by GTA Online and how you can make a custom outfit in the game by like putting on different clothes in GTA Online, and then you could save that as an outfit. You could do the same thing on a new version of PlayStation Home, so that way when you're exploring and you want to put on a different outfit without going through all the hassle of, putting on different clothing and all that other stuff, you could put on the clothes that you want, and then you could press a button on the controller, and it'll bring up a menu of, saving the outfit, and then after all that, you could, you could put it on. So it's kind of hard to explain without actually showing an example, but if you've ever played GTA Online and never have made a custom outfit, then you know what I mean. But yeah. So yeah. So this right here, by the way, this is not an NFT. These are not NFTs. The digital collectibles are just 3D objects that are given to you for completing certain milestones. But here's the thing. This could be vital for a new version of PlayStation Home. The reason being is because of the fact that these digital collectibles could be for that Hall of Fame concept that Sony had talked about all those years ago, but it never actually came to fruition because, again, technical limitations of the hardware at the time, that won't be an issue. Anyway, so I already talked about the custom outfits. I already talked about, the digital collectibles thing and how it could be tied to the Hall of Fame room. Something else I would like to see, pardon the voice crack, would be different spaces. So in the original PlayStation Home, there were four different types of spaces. There were personal spaces, which were basically, think of my bedroom right here. My bedroom could be considered a personal space because it's where I stay in. Think of it like your spawn point. Or like a personal place that you could hang out in with your friends if you want to, or just customize. But then we have public spaces, which self-explanatory. You could meet people there and hang out, maybe play some mini games. Game spaces are centered around a mini game or multiple mini games. And then we have clubhouses, which it's basically a personal space, but it's tied to a club that you could start up in PlayStation Home and have friends join you without having to worry about inviting people. they just have to be in the group that you're in. But in this new version of PlayStation Home, what they could do is they could have new types of spaces like event spaces, which are either permanent or temporary depending on the kind of event. So, for example, they could have an event space to celebrate the launch of PlayStation Home and PlayStation Stores where you could do certain tasks and get rewards. I'll get to the certain tasks thing in a moment, but another good example of an event space would be take for instance the upcoming God of War Ragnarok game. What they could do for that is they could have an event space where you could play a mini game and you can get certain rewards that are inspired by God of War Ragnarok. But they could also have event spaces that could be permanent, like for example, a digital recreation of the Evo Lounge. Evo Lounge, or they could have temporary event spaces that are for showcases or state of plays that you could see, where they'll have reruns of those events in case you missed it. But they could have a public space that you could go to and explore, play some mini games, do some quests. Again, I'll get to the quest thing later. But you could also watch any showcases that might come out. But getting to the quests thing, since I already mentioned it. So, quests were a thing that were first introduced in 2011 in PlayStation Home's revamp that came out in late 2011. What this system is quests would allow players to complete specific tasks in order to get rewards. So, take for example, you get a quest that tells you to go to the Pier Park public space and ride the Ferris wheel, and you have to complete one rotation of the Ferris wheel in order to get the reward, and the reward would be something like a shirt. But they could also have complex branching narrative quests where the quest would give you different results depending on what you do. So, for example, you could have a series of quests that you complete in succession. So, again, for instance, PlayStation Home's launch on PS5. Again, I'm not saying that is going to happen, but given PlayStation Stars and the digital collectibles thing and all that stuff, it makes sense. By the way, Cozy, I'm very sorry for rambling. But PlayStation Home, whenever it launches, they could have a special quest that could be sort of like a tutorial of sorts, which they'll already have a tutorial to get you familiarized with the controls. But this tutorial wouldn't be an actual tutorial. It would be sort of like a tour. Not a... you know what I mean. But, like, it would be a quest series... Like, it was a... My brain does not operate well whenever it's about 10 p.m. Remember that. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is what I'm trying to say is my brain's stupid. No, what I'm trying to say is, for the launch of PlayStation Home on PS5, what they could do is they could have a narrative-style quest where you start off in whatever the hub space would be. I hope they bring back the hub, because that was the first place I ever went to in PlayStation Home after Harbor Studio. But what they could do is, in these different quests that have to do with the public spaces is they would tell you to go to certain areas and complete a certain task. So, for example, the first part could be go to the dance floor of the hub and dance. And you don't have to dance for like a few minutes. It could just be like dance for a few seconds and it'll register. Then you can complete the next part of the quest where it'll tell you to go to, say, Pier Park, not Pre-Park, Pier Park, and it'll tell you to ride the Ferris wheel, and you have to complete a rotation. Then it'll tell you to go to the theater and go to one of the theater rooms. It could be any one of them. You don't have to watch anything, just go inside the room. And then after that, it'll tell you to go to another, you know what I mean, like, it'll tell you to go to different places, and then the last quest would be going back to the hub space and getting your final reward. Speaking of rewards, I've talked about this in the past, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it could happen. They could incorporate a digital currency system in PlayStation Home. And how it would work is you could either buy the currency, like, either as a gift card, or you could earn it just by playing. But this currency, you would be able to use it to purchase stuff. Alternatively, you could just use wallet funds, because, PlayStation Stars will allow you to get wallet funds. So yeah. One last thing I would like to say about a new version of PlayStation Home. Returning player stuff. So what I mean is, you might be familiar with this concept if you've ever played GTA Online. I know I am. But if you're a returning player, you'll get to carry your stuff over from your previous generation platform to the next generation platform. So for example, for me, I'd be carrying my stuff over from PS4 to PS5, which I've already done that. Even though I am losing out on the ability to play with my friends because my stuff has been carried over and my PS4 character has been deleted. Oh well. But what I mean is that your stuff would be carried over from the original PlayStation Home to the new version, and maybe the texture quality would be a whole lot better. Anyway. What? Anyway, I would love to chat more, but I got stuff I need to do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, then like, comment, maybe subscribe if you'd like. You don't have to, but in any case, thank you for watching.